Okay, I have an Assa Twin Pro here. Like other Assas, it has six pins across the top, and this one has barrel spools for drivers, matched counter milling in the plug for those spool lips to get caught on, and then it has five pins along the sides that have false gates interacting with a sidebar there. This lock is just like the V10 pretty much with a different keyway, and the sidebar, I don't know if it's this particular lock or if it's all Twin Pros. The sidebar doesn't bite very hard, so you can get through it pretty easily. In any case, I'm going to go with some top tension with this music wire, and then I have a hook 7 from Peterson in their thickest one. I think it's 25 thousandths. I don't know. When dealing with barrels, they initially feel kind of like tapered pins. So I got the first pin here binding, and I'll lift up on that if I can get under it. It's really hard to work on the first pin of the lock. So high lifts on the first pin are a pain in twins in general. All right, now the second pin binds, but it gets to the point you lift it and then it's springy. And then I'll go back to the first pin, and again it's binding. So I'm gonna push up on it, and now it's springy again. And the second pin again, springy again, first pin, and you kind of just working their way up. I'm gonna use my thumb because these go pretty high up, and it gets really hard to leverage them from the bottom. Okay. Doesn't feel like they're really binding anymore. I'm gonna look for something else. 6, 5, 4 have a little bit of binding. It sounded like a little click as it let go. Let's see if it goes up more. Indeed, it goes all the way up to there. 3, yeah, 3 maybe. There we go, 3 went up. 2 and 1. So what we're trying to do is get them all set, or at least into the counter milling. 4 again. Got a click, and it feels like I got a little click on the plug. So I think something just went into the counter milling at that point. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, kind of let go, kind of like that taper feeling, and 1 is all the way up here. Okay, so I have a feeling they're all at least set or in the counter milling at this point, it feels like. So I'm gonna actually throw some rubber bands on here to help me, because I'm pushing pretty hard on tension just to relieve some of my stress, and also if I let go I don't accidentally drop something. I don't know, my hand's kind of sore. All right, so let's see. 6. I like let off tension too much when I do this kind of testing. I'm pushing up with my thumb to see if I detect tension, if I detect any jiggle when I have a pretty good amount of tension. So that's jiggling. All right, 3 doesn't seem to be jiggling. Let's test it some more. Does not appear to be jiggling, so I'm going to push on 3. Okay, got a big click there. Still doesn't seem to be jiggling, but I can't find the actual pin anymore. Yep. All right, got another click at it, and now it's got I can feel the spring resistance for quite a bit of movement, so I'm thinking that one's set. Come more to the front here. This guy here is not jiggling. I think this is number 2. Just double check. The movement can be very small on a barrel, so you want to. I use my thumb to check for the jiggle because it can be very slight. All right, I'm going to take these rubber bands off to do my setting. 2. Click permit. Still not jiggling. Another click from it, and now I got the big jiggle movement. Let's see if number 1 has quite a bit of movement. 2 quite a bit of movement. 3 quite a bit of movement. 4 quite a bit of movement. 5 no. Try pushing on 5 a little. There, you got to click out of it. There's a little jiggle out of it, I think. 6. Not sure I feel. I'm gonna try pushing on a little. No, I gotta click out of it. And there's a little jiggle there. 5. Looks like jiggle there. 4. Jiggle. 3. 2. 1. I think that's pretty good. We'll know for sure by testing out if we have any binders here on the side. I can use that as my tensioner, I guess, the rubber bands. But I'm just going to test up front, see if we got a binder. All right, number 1 does... yeah, number 1's binding, so... I got 1 click out of it. Another click, but it's still binding. So by binding, I turn the pick and it hits a hard stop. There's no springiness before it stops. So I just got another click out of it, and now it's got springiness. So I'll go to the next one. Click out of it. It's a hard stop. Another click. And now I got springiness. Third one. Got to click out of it. Lost my place. 1, 2, 3. It's springy. 4. If I can find it. Gets a little harder to find where you're at as you move back. Click out of it. Feels springy. And 5. Click out of it, but it feels like a... I think it feels like a hard stop. So it gets harder to feel them back further. I think there's more flex of the tensioner. Okay, I'm going to check up front. I think that one was already set. Take these springs off, otherwise when I get open, it's going to fly around. Not springs, rubber bands. 1, still feels springy. 2 is giving me a hard stop again, so I lift it up a little, and it's springy again now. 3 is giving me a springiness. 4 feels like it's giving me a hard stop now. All right, gotta click out of it, and now it's springy, but it sounds like maybe something else dropped. Where's 5? 5's hard to find. Check to see if maybe it was 5 that dropped, but I'm going to start at the front to see if anything dropped up front. 1, I think that is. 2 is good. 3 is good. 4 is good. It's got to be number 5. Just got to find 5. I often have a hard time finding the pins toward the backs of these twins. And right now is no exception. Or sometimes I find the back, but it's the first one that's messing me up. Yeah, I think I didn't lift the first pin. So let me see if I can find the first one. I think I've been starting on the second and working my way back from there. Indeed, there's the first one. That's what I did. First one, binding, click, still binding, and we're open. So I had been starting from 2 and working my way back, and then that's why I couldn't find number 5, because it wasn't back there. It was actually, I was looking for a 6th pin. And so when I came and found the first one, we got the open. So let's go ahead and gut this. Hopefully it was in focus this whole time. I didn't even check that before I started recording. Bumping my tripod. We'll switch over to autofocus. Get ourselves focused. I don't know why it's trying to focus all the way at the top of the frame. Let's get that to the middle. There we go. And we'll switch to here. Get that out the way. All right. Here we go. It's got, all right, so it's open, right? You can see that. I'll lock it back up. It's got one of these annoying C-clips on the back. This could take a while to take off. Hopefully it doesn't. Try to expand on that. Like that. Maybe a bit more. Like that. Come on. A bit more on this side, maybe. All right, you're all the way open. You should come off. I have it all bent open. Still doesn't want to come off. There we go. Little force. Let's flip this over. To take this out, probably need a follower and a key. There we go. Wonder what this sidebar and these side pins look like, because they were pretty easy. Like the false gates didn't bite. There's a groove here, so maybe I should have used a shim to, but nothing caught, so it's okay. All right, here's the sidebar. Let's see, what does that look like? Sidebar looks like a normal twin sidebar. Nothing special there. Front is here, so I'll put front towards me. Take out these sidebar springs. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, the other one fell out already. Right here. Okay. Top pins. 1, 2. Oh, wait. What is that? There's a master wafer in number 2, it looks like. Oh, that's disappointing. 3. Oh, 3 jumped over it. 4, 5, and 6. So it looks like we have a master wafer in number 2. Okay. We'll do drivers next, and then we'll do side pins after. Drivers. 1. Long barrel there. Spring. 2. Oh. The barrel's not double-sided, so usually I'm used to these barrel spools being double-sided, but you see that's only got one side to it. Same thing with this one. Huh. Okay. So that's very different from other twins. Yeah, all these barrels are one-sided. Very, very interesting. Okay, other side. Oh, I haven't been checking if it's in focus. Sorry. Let me make sure I keep it towards the middle of the frame. Ooh, that's a short one. Oh, that's okay. This is interesting too. As you can tell, I've never been in this thing. It's got a barrel, but it's got the hollow back to it for the spring to fit in there, so it can work its way higher up into the Bible. This one, while it's short, is it's also hollow on the back. Okay. Wild. I didn't know. Oh, and it looks like we got that's really weird. Okay, I got that backwards. So it's got a master pin and the driver there. So maybe that made the top easier, I guess. Let me think. I was tapering a lot between 1 and 2, even though 2's got a little master wafer. 4, I had to push up really high So that means I was getting to this shear line. Push it up really high. I was getting to this shear line here, not the one at the barrel. So it makes sense. I don't think I felt the clicks of the barrel there. 5 and 6, I felt those ones. I had to get them out of the counter milling. 3, I think I had to get out of the counter milling, yeah. So that's that. And then let's get out these side pins. See what's going on. There's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 springs. They're all the same. Just dump them out here. I don't know why I'm arranging this, but there we go. Let's take a look at this plug here. It should have, yep, there's the counter milling that we encounter. For barrels, you can see it has like 2 rings. For if it were gins, it'd have one big fat one usually. So it's on all 6 there. Let's see what it is with these side pins here. So let's see if we can get focus. You can see it's got 2 little lines above and 2 little lines below the true gate. So those little lines, those are the false gates. It does hit the false gates, but you can push out of them pretty easily. I don't know why it's so much easier on this than it is on the other twins. All right, let's see what we got. There we go. That is your Assa Twin Pro. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.